a day, what a day, what a day. Want to say welcome to all the GACC Good News Ambassadors. This is Brother Tyrone Jones, and I am here today because I want to share with you an exciting uh, program that we're putting together. Been planning to implement this for a while now, and so I'm ready to do that. And this is called Open Bible Study Series. This is called the Open Bible Study Series. And the series is designed uh, to teach individuals how to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. And of course, you already know that on Wednesday night, we teach this class in uh, room 119, which is the personal evangelism classroom. So we're teaching this course in room 19. And one of the things that we recognize is that we have a lot of classes going on here at Greenville Avenue. And we know that everyone cannot take um the course when they're offered. And so what I'm doing is this is a very big effort. And just bear with me as I explain it. What I'm doing is I'm taking the Open Bible Study series, and this series will become an online class. Say that again. This series will become an online class. And so, um, putting this series together, it will be in what we call a Google Classroom. This is an online course that will be utilized through Google Classroom. And when you are ready to take the course, all you have to do is receive the invitation to be a part of the class. And once you sign up for the class, you'll be able to go in and begin with the module. And so today is just an introductory to the class. So the other good thing about this class is that you can take it at your own pace. So that means if you want to go back and view it again, go back and view it again. At the end of each module, at the end of each module, there will be at least 3 to 4 questions that you will have to answer. And we're recommending that you answer those questions with at least 80% correct before you move on to the next module. And so after each module, answer those questions. I'll be able to see what your scores are. I'll be able to communicate with you via email, and we'll be able to have chats and discussions within this Google Classroom. So it's a great system that's utilized throughout a lot of the public schools, and so it's going to be an exciting course, and we're making it available to our members who are unable to attend our Wednesday night Bible course. But also, here's the bigger picture of this course. This course will also be available to all the churches of Christ, uh, to all the missions that are in the Church of Christ. And it would also be available to those who are not members of the Church of Christ. So this is an absolutely great research project and a great resource that will be available to all. And the other good thing about this course is that you, as a member, can take this information and you can share it with your family and friends, and you can also teach them through this Open Bible Study online series. So it is a self-paced course. Again, I mentioned that there will be modules. So today's introductory is module number one. And from there, we'll go into module number two until the course is complete. But what I wanted to do today was just give you pretty much just an introductory to what the course will consist of. And it's like this is like baking a cake. And the reason I say that is because you have all these different ingredients that you put into a cake. And then finally, once all those ingredients are put together, you bake that cake and then you bring it out of the oven and the cake is complete. But the cake is not totally complete until you put the icing on it. And so, what I mean by this course, Open Bible Studies online series, is the icing on the cake. What I mean by that is, if you recall, uh, I have put together several programs for evangelism. We began with the Did You Know series. Now, look back just a little bit, you'll find out that the Did You Know series, that was the Open Bible Study. But only difference is that study was collaborative. And we had our speakers come in and we discussed those questions. Where did those questions come from? They came from the Open Bible Study. And we had big questions, and we were able to talk about those questions. We were able to talk directly to our members and to those who were viewing online. That was the Did You Know series. And then we implemented, well, actually, before the Did You Know series, we had the Share. And as you recall, the Share is also a program that was designed to teach and to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. So, what was going on within this share? What we did was, as what we did with the Did You Know series, we utilized our own members. We utilized our own members to come in and teach topics. Where did those topics come from? Those topics came from the Open Bible Study. And so that's the uniqueness of what this Open Bible Study series will be all about. It's going to encompass all of this information, and that's what I meant when I said taking all the ingredients. And so now we're going to take all those ingredients that we've been establishing and putting together, and we're going to put it into a holistic package. And if you also call the Salvation Has Been Brought Down lecture series, that series, not only is it about teaching and preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, but those topics were gathered from the Open Bible Study series. So we had members come in from around the Metroplex area teaching and preaching on those topics and putting all of this information together. And so when you put all of it together, what do you come up with? This is going to be a beautiful uh, whole, will. The Open Bible Study series designed to teach our members, churches of Christ that are throughout the land and country, churches of Christ uh, throughout the world, throughout missions. And everyone will be able to access this information. And we'll be able to say, look, we got this Open Bible Study series. I want you to go to, we want you to sign up. We'll have a access code for you to sign up for the series. And then once you sign up, I'll receive your information by email. Then I'll reach out to you and go ahead and get started with the modules. Questions at the end of the module, you answer those questions. And again, we want you to answer those questions with at least 80% accuracy. And if you do that, that means you really had a good understanding of it. Of course, you can go back in and go through the lesson again. And so this will be what we call comprehensive. Now we have what we call modified lessons as well, but the open Bible study is comprehensive. Now that means it's going to encompass uh, certain things such as learning about the historical periods of the Bible. It's going to encompass the foundation that is built on Jesus Christ. It's going to encompass the plan of salvation that is free to everyone. It's going to encompass God's church and how the church was established. It's going to encompass why there are so many churches. It's going to encompass the do's and don'ts of how to make it to heaven once you've been called and added to the church. And it's going to encompass those core values of worship, praying, singing, teaching, communion, preaching, giving. That's comprehensive. And that's what the Open Bible Study series, online series, will do for you as well as for those who are tuning in to the class. And so I'm excited about it. And I'm sure you can probably tell that I'm excited about it because all the ingredients have been put together. And what I'm doing right now is I am adding the icing on the cake. And that's what this series is all about. Now, think about this just for a moment. This series will be here for generations to come. And so, this is technology that will be out there for generations to come. Now, the only way that this technology can be effective is that everyone has to get involved in this process. And if everybody gets involved into this process, then that's the success of the Open Bible Study series. So at any point in time, and I know we have a lot of members who have not gone through the Open Bible Study class. And so if you're not able to attend the Wednesday night Bible class, then you have access to the Open Bible Study online series. And it's going to do the same thing or teach the same thing that we teach in the Wednesday night Bible class. I also mentioned that there are some modified lessons. And what I'm simply saying by modified is that these lessons are not as comprehensive as the Open Bible Study series because the person might say, well, that's a lot of information, Brother Jones, that you need to teach. Yes, it's a lot of information that you need to teach, but remember, Jesus said, go and make disciples. And so if you're going to make disciples, that means that you're going to have to be engaged in teaching individuals. And once an individual comes into the Christ and obeys the gospel of Jesus Christ, we have a responsibility to keep teaching that person that they will become a disciple who will then go and teach uh, the gospel. And that's what this is all about. So modified simply means that I'll give you an example. For example, if we have a visitor that comes into the building and they say, "I want to be baptized," and that's one thing I don't take for granted when a person says that I want to be baptized. I don't take that for granted. I take that serious because when a person says that, that lets you know that they know that baptism is essential. And because they know it is essential, they might not understand uh, information that leads up to baptism. So that's the perfect opportunity to have a modified lesson. And I have a couple of modified lessons that I've been blessed to use, and I'm just grateful that God has allowed me to utilize those lessons. But when I use a modified lesson and a person obeys the gospel, you know what I do next? I take them right back to the open Bible study comprehensive lesson because in that lesson, remember I said, what are they going to learn? They're going to learn about the historical periods of the Bible. They're going to learn the foundations of Jesus Christ. They're going to learn the plans of salvation. They're going to learn how the church was established. They're going to learn why there's so many churches. They're going to learn about church history. They're going to learn the do's and don'ts. And they're going to learn those core values. See, in a modified lesson, you won't get all of that information, but in a comprehensive lesson, you'll get the information that you need to help grow that person. And once that person learns that information, they'll be confident and have the confidence to go on and begin to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with just a little bit more confidence. Now, uh, about learning, let's just be clear here. You will have to study, you will have to get engaged, you will have to have conversations, you will have to talk to individuals, and that's how you grow in the kingdom. And so that's what I mean by a modified study. And so the idea here, and let me say again, this series is designed to teach brothers and sisters in Christ who have not gone through the Open Bible Study series. But more importantly, here at the Greenville Avenue Church of Christ, as you all look at data, you'll see from year to year, we have a certain number of baptisms. We have a certain number of new members who place their membership here. And so when you put those numbers together, those are opportunities for individuals who have not taken this course. And we have a great number of people in the church here at Greenville Avenue that have already gone through the Open Bible Study series and they know how to teach it. And we're grateful for that. And but it doesn't end there. Our goal is to make sure that we have equipped everyone. And so, what I'm saying is, if you have not gone through the Open Bible Study series, I beseech you, I beseech you to go through this series that you might learn. And I can almost guarantee it that if you go through this series, you will be amazed the amount of information that you will learn from this course. I'm walking flesh that can say that that's how I learned about the Church of Christ. It was through the Open Bible Study. And so it was a modified approach that brought me to the Church of Christ. But the comprehensive approach is what taught me. And so that's why I say comprehensive, modified. And so what I'm saying is there are more than one way. There are more ways to teach the gospel of Jesus Christ, and they're out there. And we have several um, series that have been shared with us here at the Greenville Avenue. So, and that's one of the reasons why we have these workshops and we bring individuals in who have knowledge, who have different curriculums and guidelines for sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ. So there is no one approach, but here at the Greenville Avenue Church of Christ, we do have a system in place, and so we're recommending that system to everyone, and to try to get everyone to come in and get on board with this system. Now, we don't know uh, how effective this is going to be with everybody knowing the system. Just think about that for a moment. Just imagine every person here at the Greenville Avenue Church of Christ has gone through the open Bible study, understand the open Bible study, recognize the purpose of the study, goes out and teaches the open Bible study, and we don't know what God has in place for that, but it's just a thought. And I think it would be a great opportunity to sit back and say, Lord, the Greenville Avenue Church of Christ, they have learned the Open Bible Study series. They have modified lessons that everybody has the opportunity to participate and to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. You know, Uncle Sam says, I want you. and and when he says it, he means that. And I'm saying to you that Jesus said, go into the world, teach and preach the gospel. That means that no one is exempt from that. Everybody plays a role in this process. And so we're thankful here at the Greenville Avenue Church of Christ that we have these resources available. You know, we began a couple of years ago the Metroplex Evangelism Workshop that is designed for the Metroplex to help teach and grow our members into becoming more successful in teaching and sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so there's systems in place, and I'm just glad that have those resources, and we want to share them, and we want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to be successful. And so the Open Bible Study online series is beginning as I speak today. This is the introductory of it. And so, beginning next week, we're going to begin with the historical periods of the Bible. So, these modules will be available via YouTube, but they will also be available in the Google Classroom. So we're making it available to the world, and that's what we're doing. But we're making it available in Google Classroom, a classroom setting that at any point a person wants to sign up for the course, they can go in, access the code. We'll have a flyer that is made that will have the information about the course and the objectives of the course. We're going to put all that together. And all you have to do is go in and access that code, sign up for the course. Once that happens, I'll monitor that, and I'll be able to see who's in the class. We'll be able to communicate with each other through chat, email, through the modules, and through uh, those simple assessments that I said would be necessary at the end of each module. And so I hope that you are excited about it. I'm excited about it, and I'm looking forward to this series and to see how God will bless it. And so again, Brother Tyrone Jones, I want to thank you for tuning in today to uh, this series, the Open Bible Study online series, begins today. So look forward to more information coming to you very soon. But in the meantime, just kind of get prepared and be ready. If you haven't taken the online course, if you haven't taken the Wednesday night course, you will now have access to this online course series. So, again, church, we just want to thank you so much. Grateful for the leadership here at the Greenville Avenue Church of Christ who has entrusted me uh, to implement these programs. And I can't say thank you enough for the opportunity to communicate with you. God bless you, and we look forward to seeing you soon.